If I take the NFT part, I got to find another way to do it, but we'll see. I'm looking into it. Again, this was like a spitball idea. I looked up a few things, didn't have nearly enough time to do the research I wanted to. Plus, I got sidetracked because someone wants me to test a ship out, and I have an idea for it because there's something else I was working on. I needed to look for a second way to do another type of op, so I'm dead set on that too, but it's like all this other shit I got to work on. I was like, whatever.
Well, sounds like a lot to work on.
Yeah. All right, so it's assassination. Are you still downloading that mod set, or are you good?
No, I'm in.
Okay, cool.
I'm in my intro. Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been streaming that whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Whew, yeah, Liru, don't fucking do that.
I'm sorry. I thought you said you were starting, but you said your intro, right? Because you're not officially live when you do your intro. See,
yeah,
my bad.
I like to do that. I like to build an audience.
Don, fire it up, that 15-minute thing. Let's go from there. All right, so
yeah.
Op 4 can spawn literally anywhere on the border. Green 4 are going to be at the prison and a random other complex to the north. We'll see how that goes. VIPs have to stay in the yellow area or else they are seen by the hostile faction. That marker's updated every, I think, 30 seconds or something. But we'll see the official nitty-gritty details. But new mod set. So far, I mean, round 1 was interesting.
Yeah, give me the lowdown because obviously I was at work. And
yeah. So round 1, DJ commanded for the first time, almost won. He just couldn't get his southern flank to move in time. Otherwise, he would have actually won a pretty difficult AO, in my opinion. But it came down really close. Rounds 2 and 3, Op 4 just was attacking both times. Did a brilliant rush the second time. It came close. Round 3, they just stomped in a rush. Like 14, it was a 16-minute round. It was brutal. They used the battle bus. There were 2 dudes on a motorcycle, one driving, one with a PKP, just driving around suppressing the shit out of defenses lines. It was something. 3CB has been a really good addition.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the maps. It's not often with how, I have an entire hard drive dedicated to Arma, so it's not often that I have to download a map nowadays with how long I've been playing. So the fact that I had to download 3 or 4 makes me pretty interested as to some new terrains. Always happy to see some of those.
I've had to, I started cleaning up through my mods because I realized I have 2 terabytes of Arma mods.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get that down to 750 gigs so I can just free up the space because I haven't cleaned it out in about 2.5 years. So
I haven't cleaned mine out at all.
That's like a dozen communities that I have to, that I probably no longer are affiliated or work for or do one-offs for. So
I gotta go delete your TSP add-ons.
Yeah. Well, it's not mine. It's technically Makarov's, but
Oh, I gotta delete it even harder then.
I don't know, man. 20-round SVD mags. Love that shit.
So why is the... Well, I'm not gonna... Well, I don't know. But, okay, so now that we pushed in, I'll bring it up. It's a naked man on the screen.
Everyone spawns naked now.
Okay.
Until their kits load.
That's a Chevy Tahoe. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. So I guess that's meant to be the border's meant to be kind of an anywhere thing.
Yeah, Op 4 can go anywhere in that territory. So you also know with the new template, they spawn. They can teleport to certain areas now.
I don't know that because I haven't seen this.
Well, now you know.
I don't get told these things, man.
So that flagpole, for example, that you see on Op 4 spawn, they can interact with that, and that'll teleport them to other flagpole locations. So I don't know where specifically those poles are, but that's just entirely along the mission parameters.
You usually do know where the poles are.
What, the north and south pole?
Stripper poles is what I was getting at.
I've never been to a strip club.
I haven't either. I don't really get the appeal. Boobs are free on the internet.
It's the attention, I think.
Yeah, it's
going well, Wild Fox. We're
I see that.
I don't know where we're going in here, man.
Hold on, I've got to time out dream for a second.
Okay, I'm going to go over the brief here. So, background. Turkish officials were passing by a rebel-controlled zone in northeastern Turkey when they got shot down by AA. A platoon signs rescue team has been immediately sent out into rebel-controlled territory in order to retrieve the officers and bring them back to safety. Unfortunately for the Turks, the rebel army has already surrounded the crash site. Area of operation, Hillish and Plainish. Notes Turkey at 2015, not US, somewhere in a different dimension, because this is American areas, but Yellowstone's American not. No mission-specific rules. Game mode, HVTs, there are 3. Op4 needs to kill all 3 to win. Jammers are in place, blah, blah, blah. So basically to describe that deals with the yellow zones. Once the HVTs, if they leave the yellow zones, they'll be detected and marked on the map for all Op4 players to go in and intercept. But that is how that feature works. And the HVTs are going to be Maz, Fred, and Falcon. I love how they always shove Falcon as an HVT slot, because he is a lot more aggressive than that slot warrants, so they just kind of leash him to an objective. I find that hilarious.
I do too.
Max view distance is over a clip. Build points for the defender have been buffed up to 250. Usually it's limited to 150. Mat settings are going to be 2 AT rounds per side per player. So green 4 getting Maz's RPG 32s on Op4. We're going to go ahead and look at Op4 first since they're attacking. We've got 2010 French Lizard. So this has been one of the newer camo patterns Maz has made, but I've seen it used at least 1 or 2 rounds per branch. This time around, it's been a little lighter because they have the new mod set. They've been doing some Cold War stuff. By the way, there's going to be some T-55s in round 3 tonight, so I'm excited for that. But other than that, we have generally a mix of AKMs and AK-74s, RPKs, PKPs, RPG-26s for the light anti-tank. Recon has the T-5000, 338. And then the 2 suppressed shooters have the choice of 45-round AKS or a 20-round AS Val. In this terrain, I'd probably go with the 45-round AKS because it's not a lot of CQC. And then aviation, get the PP2000 or the AKS. Now, CSW-wise, there's nothing extra there, but we do have a big range of assets. We have BTR-80 on the Op4 side. We have 2 off-roads. We got 2 SU 4x4s, those Toyota what? What are they called? The Toyota Chevrolet.
What?
What? The Toyota what?
Hilux?
No, not the Hilux, the SUVs.
Chevrolet Tahoe.
Chevrolet Tahoe, that's it. Thank you. Other than that, we also have one.
Know how to say Chevrolet?
Because I'm not a car person. We got one armed with an M134 minigun. We got 1 transport Gaz, 3 transport Urals, an additional one that's a worker variant that's open, a single extra off-road. I don't know why that's different than the other 2. I think because it's camo scheme different. So 3 off-roads technically, and then 6 mountain bikes, I guess, for recon or special forces to utilize there. They're only single seats though, so probably enough for recon to utilize all 6.
If they scooch up real close, you could probably fit 2 on there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the slot allocation. You want to go over the player roster here?
For Op4, we got Mountain Commanding, Muffin Prime, a new name there. I have not seen that one before. Leading X-Ray. I don't know if they were in EU or not. We have Lolo with a T5000 in 308 NATO. Revenge, good to see them as part of the shooter team, as well as Sam. Vagrant, leading up Alpha HQ. We got Grab, Greg Legs, Nightshade, Olaf, Spiky, Wise, and Rust. Very solid squad there.
Okay.
That's a decently mid-tier. I would put trust in that team to do well.
You're fine with it.
Alpha 2 going to be Waldo, Ash, and Nishazu. Banks, Green Shade, Blom, and Explorer. Some good names in there. Banks, Green Shade, and Blom specifically. Chadwick Boseman going to lead up Bravo HQ.
I appreciate
He's been
love.
leading a bunch lately. So
we've been
good to
live
see that continuing.
For like the past 10 minutes.
Master, Jens, Sharp, Shmun.
No, we're actually live.
Killer Wolf and Toast. Lots of new names. Rave Master we've seen before, but the rest of them...
There's a new community called Ogre that came in. I haven't seen them before, so I think that's where a lot of these new names are from.
We'll see how many layers
Chat says
hi. Jack MC77's East, Booga Sugar, Swola, and Hokey. Apart from Swola there, also all new names, I believe. I assume from Ogre.
He's talking. I want to interrupt him.
Nielsen going to lead up Charlie HQ. We got Wells, Norris, Hudson, Drake, Eagle, Sablon. Callahan, Wolf Patrol, Ducky Wucky,
Norse with
Pinto,
that
and Con.
LMGs
Ducky
and
Wucky's also
noteworthy.
a new name. I just like calling them out, but for the most part, again, very solid names in that Charlie squad. So should see some good stuff from them.
Bloodwing says happy
have...
belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Bloodwing.
You shook it.
Thank you
so
very
I spanked
much.
it. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so overall, I think noteworthy names-wise, Norris with the machine gun. I'll be curious to see what he does with that RPK. Bye, boo. But otherwise, looking at the rest of the scenario, not a lot of names I recognize. Again, possibly because of that new community. It's impossible to gauge how new communities will do because when we started, Pepega wasn't a thing. They were called another community back then, but they wowed us. So let's see how Ogre does today.
Agreed. I'll keep a close eye on them on Red 4, see how they do.
Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Green 4. I did miss the Shrek joke on purpose, by the way. I know.
Dream is busting my chops over a Summa incident.
Oh, yeah, no. So he walked me into a joke, and he did the suck my balls sort of thing. It was pretty funny. He got me fair and square with that one. But anyway.
You hate to see it.
Green 4 have a Turkish camo they are using, provided by Maz. That is one of the new ones. So they have HK33A2s. Interesting. So that's one of the newer guns from 3CB factions because 3CB has a lot of NI arms weaponry within there that are just part of the pack itself. So that and then 416s as well. Mini-Me's and MG3s as their MMG, medium machine gun. That's crazy. RPG 26s for the light anti-tank. Choice of the Mark 14 EBR or the HK MP5, which is an SMG. And then the T5000 for the sniper. And then Crew Aviation could get a submachine gun or the 416 as well. Nothing unique on the CSW. Their assets include 2 transport trucks, a medevac MRAP, 2 M2 Humvees, and an unarmed Humvee to drive around. Nothing additional on the other asset side, so pretty good there. Do you want to go over the roster, or should I?
You can go ahead and take the roster this time, and I'll go over the sectors.
So 3 VIPs, Fred, Maz, and Falcon. Again, they have to stay in the yellow zone unless, because if they leave, then their position is broadcasted to Op4, and it's updated, I think, every 20 to 30 seconds. Dreek is going to be leading Alpha. Real quick, I don't actually see an X-ray team in play for Green 4, so they are going to just stick with normal infantry squads. That is something rare you see, but occasionally a defensive faction will pick this, especially if they're playing an objective defense like a HVI hold. So I find that pretty interesting to see there. But Cosmonaut leading Alpha 1 with Poe, Martin Miller, Guy Fieri, and Fisk. Guy Fieri being a fill-in for this group. He's part of Pepega, one of the best players in FNF, I would say. So it's great to see him there. Alpha 2, we have Bridges leading, Cyrus, Wiki, Warwick, Cool Breeze, Patriot, and Trivago. That's a new name, but that's
Hotel?
Yeah, right? That's a play off of that.
Yeah, no, not even a play. That's just the name.
That's just the name,
Trivago.
yeah. So he is part of Alpha 2 there. Bravo HQ, looks like Bravo HQ and Bravo 1 have merged. That's going to be led by Schnuffles, who I believe is the squad leader, with Space Cowboy Carl being the Bravo 1 team lead. Absorbed, Artisan, Korvac, and Zoni under Bravo 1/Bravo HQ. Bravo 2 being led by Stark, who is noteworthy in that, right? With multiple members of the 82nd Cab and Chaos under him as well. Charlie HQ is an interesting bastardization of a lot of good players here. We got members of Pepega, such as Kane, who is leading Charlie here. Looks like both teams have merged. We see Arma Jesus, if we scroll down, taking a solo AT role, so he'll probably merge in that group also while I'm down here. Koak, part of Delta 1, because Delta HQ has merged with, I believe, Delta HQ and Delta 2, and Bravo 1 has merged because it's Give Me Your Milk by himself. Probably under what remains of Bravo 1, because Bravo 1 and Bravo HQ merged. What a lewd name. Regardless, looking back on the roster, King leading for Charlie HQ. Now, this is why this is OP. We got Bayant here. We got Chow, Mags, Legal Action, Flux, Roster, Coda, Sideways, Dooley, Naders, Michael, and Riccardi. Some very powerful Pepega members in there, some really powerful solo players in there. That is going to be one hell of a team on defense. And then if it couldn't get any more OP, you got Delta HQ led by Nemesis and Iander on AT from Scandia Recon. You got Despo in there, Tymek, and then Katz and Purton. So multiple members of Scandi. A few guys that run with Scandi, like Katz there, and then 2 individual solo players, Despo and Tymek, also pretty good. So that's a very powerful roster, in all honesty. I'm a little worried for the Ogre community on Op4 because they are going to get a full welcome into FNF by fighting some of the titans of this competition in their first round debut here.
I really hope they don't get swamped with how much is going to get dumped on them.
Now, of course, when Pepega, which I think, I forget the name they were called beforehand, when they first came, they absolutely stomped 4IB, Scandi Recon. They quickly established themselves, so we'll see if that happens tonight, but it's going to be a tough fight. But let's go, you want to go over the AOs?
Yeah, so we'll take a look at the sector to the north, because the sector in the south is a bit more to chew. Sector in the north, we have a C-130 crash site and some hastily built defenses. Pretty good uses of the towers from, I think, Malden 2035 on the crest, looking both to the south and to the east. So Green 4 are going to be preparing for some overwatch over the base for the most part, and using HESCO barriers for just reinforcing the rest of this kind of little mini plateau / crater. And as for up here, we have Fred. Fred is going to be up here on this north end. He has constructed himself a little nice little bunker here, so he should hopefully be able to stay safe. Moving down south real quick, since we only got 2 minutes left. We got a nice big old military base, kind of pseudo
Meant to be a prison.
Yeah, something like that. So should be good to defend from. Lots of the those ATC towers turned watchtowers should be good for watching the approaches from the southeast and the west. But otherwise, yeah, we see some light smattering of reinforcements of HESCO barriers. They also have all their vehicles that are in play here. More HESCO barriers over here with barracks buildings. So should be okay, but I'd like to see him build this up a bit more. Especially with that wall. It's kind of a not quite a hard barrier because there's so many holes in the stone wall and in the fence. I think it's just going to more obscure their view for any approaches, but should leave Red 4 plenty of options to approach this compound and get in there to kill both Maz and Falcon.
I do like the divide that Green 4 is going for. 1 VIP on the smaller AO on a nice Overwatch hill, but because of how many directions you could see Op4 come up with, I'm not sure if Green 4 has enough to fully cover the top of this hill. And then this top of hill right here could be a really nice Overwatch position for Op4 then to attack the second AO. So this could be...
Real quick, I'm having some people ask about the number advantage. That's
5% on Op4.
Yeah, but it's because the defenders have a legitimate statistical advantage just by being on the defending side.
Yeah.
Traditional military war theory says you should try to, if you're doing a head-on assault, you should try to have your numbers be 3-to-1.
Yeah.
And so this is obviously not quite 3-to-1, but it is a bit of an advantage on this kind of scale.
So the southern AO also has a lot of open area around it, but not a lot of positions to capitalize it on, with the exception of the barracks buildings in the center. You do have some rooftop access, but it's very, very open. On the southern side, you got some crash stuff as well. It's difficult to hold this here. They're extending the time a little bit.
Yeah?
Huh.
Well, sorry to say that both Falcon, Maz, and Fred
they have died
as the round started.
I see. So an early Green 4 victory there.
I
think they're just debugging
the Green 4 guys are trying to live.
Yes, and they've died. I'm waiting to see what... Let's restart the round. Lamau. Anyway, they did just say they're working on a little debug thing right now, so they just extended it.
Which is going to be hopefully not the case, as a lot of defensives have been built, and they do take time to build, even after devising the plan. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
That was a very quick win by by Op4 there. That
Yes.
rush. The rushes tonight have just been brutal.
Evidently.
It appears they
you know,
used
I'm glad that, I get to show up
artillery.
for just a little bit of time, and you know we're already on to round 2. We should be done by like 10 p.m.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I might get to go to sleep at a reasonable time. I've probably gotten like 10 hours in the last 3 days.
Nice.
I hate things.
I know. You shouldn't do that to yourself.
The shadows start to creep out at me.
Yeah, they do.
I feel their inky tentacles wrapping around my
Okay,
flesh.
no. I will turn on the bonk you setting. I will bonk you.
I like to go into my shorts and...
No. Bad.
But it's okay because they're slimy.
Where's the channel point option? The bonk is freaking horny ass. There, that's being turned on.
You ever seen a rat go through a toilet?
What the? No.
You ever seen a rat like there's like a like the end like cross section of a toilet? How like it like curves and goes around? That's what it's like. That's what the tentacle does. It like goes like a rat through it.
Well, he's gonna be muted. Koak just got kicked off. I appreciate you all bonking him for me, because clearly he needed it. You should see the amount of bonks I have in my channel right now.
Oh, your bonks are so huge.
That's a paddling.
Huh? Oh, the mission's starting. Here we go.
All right, so you already have Green Force shooting out the glass.
Yeah, we didn't do that before. Oh, because I can't shoot before because the safe started. Ah, that's funny. And it is actually nice that they're using their handguns. That's smart because
not to waste primary ammo.
Every single round from some of these defensive positions on the ATC towers.
All right, so we're seeing a 3-pronged attack here, but I think it's just one squad on one flank, recon on the northern flank, and then the main force coming in from the south.
Yeah, nice multi-pronged approach. Herb connecting it.
Gotcha, Yanni, gotcha.
But
I figured something as much.
Red 4 X-ray on those mountain bikes that we saw earlier, and well, I think it's faster than walking.
Yeah, they're biking on the mountain with them, and I think they are going just slightly faster than sprinting. But you got to remember, there's no stamina consumption when you use a vehicle.
Yeah, which is bullshit on a bicycle.
They're strong Turkish rebels, all right? They don't need stamina for bicycles.
No, I just need a gif of the guy in the Turkish shirt and the Turkish shorts and the room full of Turkish flag poster notes. Just yelling at me about how great of a country Turkey is.
Of course.
Didn't they change their name recently too?
Yeah, they changed it to chicken.
It's the other white meat.
Ah!
You're the one who said chicken, bitch.
And you're the one that keeps making horny jokes.
Hell yeah, because those two are the same. What's an innocent horny joke compared to an awful pun?
A lot, apparently. So Op4, they're deciding to get off the bicycles because, nope, them sprinting is actually quicker than the bicycle.
Wait, is it actually? Holy shit, yeah.
Karu, I don't...
Yeah, because they're trying to do BMX shit. If they stuck to the fucking roads,
I don't
they
do,
just left safe
I only edit vehicle weaponry configs with existing configs. I don't actually change the BBO. So I'm not one to ask, buddy. I'm sorry.
Going across mountaintops.
That's out of my
shit,
jurisdiction of knowledge.
Doing huge ass jumps and make me shit my pants.
Sorry to say. What are you on about?
I don't know, dude. I got drunk before the stream this time, and it's working out pretty well, I think.
Not for me. And I hear you drinking. All right, so we got the Humvees driving over. They're actually going to run right into Op4 Charlie here. Yeah, bonk him again, please.
So we're up to the new viewer in chat. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you're about to have a Humvee literally drive like right on top of a group of players, and they don't... Okay, we got one guy with AT. Calm, pull that AT out. Kong. Kong, the AT. Yes. Yes, the AT. Don't backblast your buddy. You backblasted your buddy. But you got the kill. Okay.
Good.
He's one of the new people.
Backblasting his lead,
And
he's dead.
he got crippled, and now he's dead.
Pretty good.
Because that's Bayans down there.
Works again.
Huh?
Scoreboard works again. The kill tally. Khan got credit for that kill.
Yeah, vehicle kills were never disabled.
Oh, okay, well then shit.
So
never mind.
vehicles work fine, but not infantry kills,
I'm sorry,
unfortunately. Nah, you're good. I understand that you're intoxicated, and I will treat you like a child.
Oh, no, I don't like it when you say it like that.
Shut up. Chat's, I've already re-enabled the bonk option. Chat has the ability to bonk you. So far, you have about 89 bonks and counting. So anyway, who was taken out there? We lost Chow and we lost Dooley. So part of the elite forces on Charlie HQ. So that is an early blow to
elite.
Charlie there for Green 4. They're pulling up another Vic to pick up Bayans. But Op4 did have one of their leadership elements go down. That was Callahan, leader of Charlie 2 there. And this is different to normal. How? It's not 418. It's not. Dooley did not dodge. No, he did not. He tried to get away. So other Vic was then ordered to pull back because Bay is, I guess, gave that order and he is just trying to survive. He does have a 416. We'll see what they're capable of doing.
They have a 416 below.
Meanwhile, we have the M134 minigun with an Op4 group firing at a control tower. We have AT being launched in. That fired at a fortification. That was the northernmost barracks building. So Op4 trying to siege this with a small group, engaging a small flank of this position. More AT going out. And that hits the opposite ATC tower. Again, they don't have HE rounds. But now you're seeing those MG3s mounting up to return fire.
Yeah, MG3s on the defending side and miniguns on the attacking side. Lots of bullets should be flying right now, and that minigun right now is pretty silent.
Yep. I'm curious why this group opened up early. They're already starting to smoke charge here. I thought they'd be a distraction element to allow for Alpha Op4 to push in, but by pushing early on with no support and smoking their advance, they are preventing their vehicle from supporting them in this charge. So this just feels like a blind charge here. And I think Green 4 is going to be able to repel this and then turn around and then deal with Alpha HQ. So this is a little bit of a misplay in my opinion. These two flanks are not really coordinating on this pincer attack, and I think that's going to cost them.
Yeah, I think this Red Fort Bravo group really has the wrong idea about how to approach this sector as well. You see them throwing smokes down there into the low ground.
He got toasted.
Try and push through that smoke. Not only are they making a mistake by pushing through smoke, but they're also making a mistake by pushing through.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Terrain. They have some trees to work with, but look how far that gap is between the tree line and the fence, let alone the wall. They need to try and keep along this ridge and move through the tree lines on the other side of the hill. Go ahead.
I might have misspoke there because there's not actually any Op4 movement there. That might have been a feint. Because Green 4's now turned all their attention. I saw them mobilizing vehicles, and now this other pincer started attacking, and it is popping smoke to get right on top of his position. You're starting to see some of these green symbols disappear, change to medical. That might have just been a bluff to force Green 4 to come over to try to focus on getting some easy kills as Op4 charged, thus taking them out of position for this other half of the pincer to move in. I might have completely misread that, just as Green 4 I think has, because now Alpha for Op4 is coming in and getting some good pickoffs. Charlie for Green 4 has turned around, though. It's starting to hammer down that Alpha flank, but once the smoke clears, I'll be curious to see if that BTR looks up and starts engaging.
And as you say that, it does, and it's like engaging platoon.
Right at platoon. And those are... Yeah, that's Maz trying to get up to the northern position in the MRAP. That 14.5 millimeter can penetrate into that MRAP, though.
Yeah, it's pretty chunky, but it's not chunky enough to stop 14.5. We're starting to see Red 4 Alpha now push to the edge of that tree line. We have Alpha HQ kind of on his own and about to get taken out here by Bravo 2 for Green 4. And down
he gets him. That was Stark. Of course it was Stark taking him out. Stark is the guy that killed him, not the guy that died.
Yeah. It's, yeah, all these Red 4 guys now, they're pushing through the smoke charge, but Charlie HQ up on the hill opposite the road in an M2 Humvee, popping through that smoke, and smoke does not stop bullets. So we have one person down, and I think a couple of them trying to do some medical as the smoke billows.
What I'm a little worried about right now is Op4 has a slight number advantage in this pincer maneuver, but neither flank has really done the job of pushing up and trying to engage in CQC to force Green 4 to deal with that. Green 4 seems to have their forces now evenly positioned, engaging both sides. They got one group overwatching, and we might see a little bit more of Green 4 pull back here to concede this, but I don't think Op4 actually have the number advantage to fully take this compound without suffering critical losses. And we're starting to see the people pushing up on their own for Op4 are getting picked off.
Of the initial rush, and Red 4 Bravo over here, they're still in this same spot that they've been in 5 minutes ago. They haven't recognized that they this alternate route just to their north. They can pull back, run around, and attack this prison from a new angle, take out the guys in the ATC, and try for replay.
So I think
get inside. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I think Op4 is trying to do too much here because you have Charlie and Delta for them all the way on that northeastern side going on foot to get to the northern spot. I think they would have been better suited in this AO to attack with these other forces here to really bolster that number advantage to allow for more offensive capabilities to hit this AO, because right now you're just starting to see attrition of two close to even forces. Yes, Op4 has the number advantage, but Green 4 has the defensive advantage. And as long as they just sit down and wait for Op4 to come through the smoke, and there's not a lot of Op4 guys on Overwatch here because these two pincers are too far from each other to do any sort of support, you're just going to have Green 4 get a lot of pickoffs here, and that's kind of stunted both of these pincers as neither is now able to make a push.
Yeah, we have that on that southeast side, the Red 4 group from Alpha coming up. We saw one just trying to get up to that fence, but got taken out from, I think, Bravo 2, Green 4. So they're still trying to make their way up here. And on the western side, it's honestly worse somehow.
They got hit.
The infantry forces have fallen back or have died or gotten in the SUV. And yeah, they're just driving around, and this is completely a wasted opportunity. Yes, they didn't have that numbers advantage, but that's why they wanted to go for that quick assault. Red 4 needed to keep up the tempo, and they got
real quick. BTR just got sniped. I have no idea. It's coming from the southern barracks building. That was Korvac. Good hits there. That was
the Carl Gustav.
That was about a 450-meter shot. So yeah, the western angle here is completely falling back. They've taken at least 50% of casualties, if not more. Southern attack also taken that same amount. Green 4, meanwhile, have also taken some pretty... not a lot. Only like 4 or 5 casualties here.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're defending from these really good positions. They're maintaining decent security, working with the terrain and the objects that are there, and you know what defenses they've built as well to kind of bridge the gaps. We do have people like King who have rushed out to the south, and especially with that long range on him, he's going to be a vital asset that Green 4 aren't going to have anymore as he gets double tapped.
So I think the big failure of this attack was neither side of this pincer were in a position to really support each other. So when the western attack popped smoke, as those smokes were still going strong, the southern attack popped smoke. I'm going to say southeast here because I want to rectify that they were kind of in completely different spots to even support each other. But when both of them smoked, there was no one shooting because they were all obscured by the smoke. So that allowed Green 4 a second to regroup, bringing forces down. They had guys on the northeastern tower, that ATV. They're now at the research building to the south, so they turned to engage that southeastern Op4 force as they came in because they were given that level of breathing room. You see where Bravo HQ is right now? If we had that Vic up right there earlier and it was still in a position, I know the Maz just almost hit it, but if it was up there to still harass because it wasn't obscured by the original smoke of that western push, I think we would have seen a little more effectiveness here. Or what could have been better was the Western attack just had both forces, but instead of the forces on the southeastern side, they should have come in from the southwest, if not direct west, on the southern side of the road where that tree cover is. That would have allowed them a lot of options to smoke in advance, but then they could have been overwatch covered by the Western force on the hill that was previously there. So they shouldn't have popped smoke, they should have just supported, and they could have provided cover fire for that other half of the pincer going in. This just instead turned into two completely unsupported attacks, and they were easily repelled.
Agreed, and that's something that I think a lot of commanders, just in general in Arma, make a mistake of. They want to put as many guys in the battle as they can, but the value of a fire team, even one fire team supporting 2 or even 3 squads, just having someone...
Real quick, M2 Humvee's going to push the M134 Vic away. There's also a truck driving by. I think Green 4 is going to look to try to snipe that vehicle, but continue, please.
Yes, so yeah, if Red 4 were to work together, have the main assault force coming from the southwest of the southern sector, so from point 142 heading northeast, and then have that where Bravo for Red 4 was set up there instead of just trying to push down a hill exposed to this entire base. Set up on the hilltop, dig some trenches, use what terrain, rock, trees are there, and just suppress the hell out of that ATC, suppress the barracks buildings, help as soon as Red 4 are able to get to the fence and start working between those barracks buildings, then you can start pushing down from that hilltop and assist with clearing the northern side. And you don't need to do everything at the same time.
Who is that driver?
Learning the value
Chadwick,
of
my guy.
It's so valuable.
So I've been watching the M134 SUV. Chadwick has just been an absolute chat of a driver, evading the M2 Humvee and evading an infantry fire team that's been sent to hunt them down. I think their time is limited though, because now the M2 Humvee has a decent firing angle here, and those 4 guys are also firing at it, but they're in the middle of so many different Green 4 groups right now. But they're doing a great job of evading AT-fire Grenadier rounds you're seeing being fired from Delta HQ.
How are they living so long? There's so many guns on.
You gotta remember the 134 by default has bulletproof glass, so it's able to take quite a beating. They need AT on it, but it can even shrug off a few GLs.
Ooh, they got some air there.
But yeah, no, Chadwick is just doing a great job of driving that. They've taken a lot of damage, you can see it, but they're still kicking. But Frisk, thank you so much for the 6-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops and TSB, and hope you keep enjoying
on the north side, it is worth noting,
streams such as the PvP match commentary.
All happen. Red 4 groups, I mean, the X-Ray team, they abandoned their bikes, and they're nowhere near a sniping position. I could easily see them go to point 315, but they have not.
I think they read the map and they thought this assault would be viable from the east. Instead, they actually got there, they saw the terrain, and they decided to fold in with their X-ray element, seeing that the tree line would get right up to this position and offer a better chance, especially considering what Green 4 have dug here in terms of Overwatch.
Man, you know what this map would be good for?
What?
Sorry, but a Korean War op. I think this map would be amazing for a Korean War op.
Yeah, the mountainous terrain. Just change out the buildings for something more topical. Yeah, no, I could see that actually. That would be
based.
Yeah, I gotta add that idea down somewhere, but
sorry for interrupting.
No, that was a good suggestion. I'm always up to up for random stuff, because I do have a Korean War op coming up for MCO, but I think I already have the map choice locked down. But that would be something cool for like a campaign. But it's great. Regardless, I could see Op 4 doing one single assault up the forest here, because the Green 4's defensive lines allow for Op 4 to get right on top of this position, and then they could potentially overwhelm it. However, Green 4 are going to be able to get at least one of the 2 VIPs out and go down to the south, and probably in that fight wrestle what remains of Op 4's number advantage and then bounce back from there. Because now you're just having skirmishing down to the south, but just looking at the skull count. I mean, Op 4's commander died.
Yeah, no way. Oh, Andrew's dead. Hey.
I don't know how. I think they hit a tree and blew up their Vic, actually, if you look at Mountain's body. Yeah, because this is kind of out and about. unless they got sniped by AT, but that angle is very unlikely. And that 134 is still kicking. I'm going to quickly check on Op4's roster. How much ammo do they put in that 134? 4,000 rounds. Yeah, so that's enough to last the entire round here, to be honest. But so far, Green 4 has not lost a single VIP. They relocated Fred to the northern, or no, they relocated Maz to the northern side. Fred was already up here, making a little like bunker on the wing of the I almost called it a Skytrain. No, my God, I am blanking on it. C-130.
Down goes the gunner for the SUV, and I think the driver too. Nope, driver's still up. 50 cal.
50 cal finally got an angle.
Well, it did get an
Arma
angle.
Jesus and Flux in that, yeah.
But it's busted out that front windshield, so anyone should be able to take him out now.
Yep. So I think Chadwick's still driving. Let me quickly check on the roster to see his symbol. Yep, so he is trying to make it out of Dodge, but his gunner, who was Killer Wolf, was unfortunately taken out. But now you got the Humvee trying to race to get onto the MSR to beat him.
Oh, yeah, here he comes.
They're going to get an angle here, but they're not going to look right.
Gotta look for him. Gotta look for him, and they're not going to see him.
I think they might have... Yep, they saw him last second.
Yes, they did.
But that SUV can outperform that Humvee in terms of speed.
Yep. Difference between a 6-cylinder gas and a fucking whatever cylinder diesel.
So I think this op is really going to come down to this Op4 assault. Now, if Op4 are able to absolutely annihilate this Green 4 force up here, I think they still have a decent chance. But even then, just the defensive position of that prison, one force assaulting it, we just saw 2 single force assaults. It was suicide. So
now we do have up here at this plane rack, we do have a couple of trucks and the MRAP. So
yeah, I think a rush play would be...
might dip in the MRAP, but using those 2 trucks for a rush play, like you were about to say, I think, yeah.
That would have to be the best thing that we go with here.
Oh, and there goes Platoon HQ. He's going on a run.
So I think he's opted now to just start driving out. That's Riccardi with Maz. They've decided to go out of the detection zones just to see if they can draw any Op4 guys to follow them. I think that's a great call.
It would be if Red 4 had any kind of movement options, but no, they're...
Yeah, exactly, they don't, which is why they're making that call.
I guess. But yeah, they're more interested in actually taking the point, looks like. And I think we'll focus on hunting him down later, opting instead to take out a majority of Green 4 forces, or at least trying to.
So there was shooting up here. I think that was... It sounded like 556, so it was definitely one of the...
Green 4 shooting off to the west. These 2 guys over on the west for Red 4 who were kind of...
GL's going missing.
Both of them missing.
Completely missing. There's smoke rounds. They're still firing more smoke. What are they...
They're just trying to choke him out, I guess. Ooh, good shots up to that guy in the little trench up there.
Yeah.
He got taken out real quick through some light smoke cover.
So the smoke's gonna really, ooh, explosive charge took a dude out. That was Wolfer.
Yeah, and look at the ants nest just really scramble and come to life. I saw a good dozen or so people changing positions or moving around in there. So they are really trying to be reactive.
Yep, I'm watching a few Green 4 guys getting taken out. Green 4 are trying to run into the tower to get Overwatch, but I don't think they have an angle from up here that looks down hard enough. So now Op4, they're trying to get grenades in there. Oh, they're getting them.
Nope, cuts to the nade. Just get that second one from back there. Nielsen there, pushing up really aggressive. And look at these Green 4 guys drop. We've got people like Nemesis and Scandy up here. This is what we've been wanting to see. This is the rush and the aggression that is needed for an attack like this.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Both sides are still super even on numbers here. Op4, they've been getting some good devastations, but Green 4 have been fighting back very attentively here, and some of these explosive traps I've been seeing utilized have been getting wounds here. We got Bates now down to an explosive trap.
Yeah, we do have a couple people down in those traps that are going down, but Red 4, I mean, they are making
great pickup.
over this situation. They still got plenty to go. Don't get me wrong. You're absolutely right. But they're doing well to try and do what they can. Platoon has actually come back up and has grabbed one of the trucks. Or is that's Fred up there? And so that's, yeah, Maz up to the north and Matt MRAP. And another member heading down south in one of the transport trucks. And he is losing control. Manages to skate with the terrain. And he will be able to make it to base.
This is still too even to tell, but I think based off of numbers, Op4 do not have sufficient to go to the southern objective. So right now they're really just fighting. Oh, look at Norris here with that machine gun, the RPK. There's his first kill. And he gets the second, but is immediately taken out by Nemesis, who is camping the top of that Vic. Great recovery there by Nemesis. Or no, not recovery, reaction would be the better term. Norris did a great job, as expected, with his machine gun, but unfortunately, there's just too many angles up here because of the rough terrain and the ways you can get on the high ground here.
Play. As they try and smoke out that bunker, that's a good.
Yep.
Oh, they toss it back out.
Smart.
There's another one up in
So
there.
Nemesis has got to be careful. He's got hostile forces to his right, and they're crawling right up to him. Nemesis sees him. Oh, here we go. And there's one down. That's his second kill so far.
Sam, he's looking for him. He sees him.
Yep, that is a suppressed shooter. Nemesis immediately dodging into the smoke.
He is shooting way behind him.
Got some good suppression. He's going to walk right into these two soldiers. He doesn't notice yet. Oh, he's about to.
I don't think they notice either.
Takes one out. Takes two out. That's 4 for Nemesis. I'm telling you, we haven't seen him be a heavy lifter in a while, but he still has that potential. He's normally just too busy coordinating with Scandi Recon in their maneuvers, but when he's let off the leash, he can perform just as well as anyone. There's a reason he used to be my top pick, and he's showing it tonight in round 1. I love how Cholt, he's on for. I think he's thinking about throwing a grenade up there. Gets it in. It's a red smoke grenade.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, sorry, Red Fort down to the south has been completely wiped out or migrated up to the
Sam,
north.
looking for Nemesis. Nemesis gets the headshot. That's kill 5. That I can confirm.
Especially on a recon member like that. That's really
Nem
good.
taking fire from Seismo. Nem returns fire.
He's not gonna
And,
see
yeah.
more.
Seismo gets him, but 5-1 that we can confirm. That's, again, that's what you want to be doing in FNF. That's how you contribute.
Absolutely what you want to be doing, especially when you already have the advantage like this, because it just makes it so much more unreachable now for Red 4. Like, we've seen some clutch plays in the past, but when the odds are like this, I mean, well, that's the odds. And
There's no way. Op4's literally down to 5 dudes.
that's what I mean, yeah.
Look, I'll be honest. I used to meme when it first happened, you know, the Audrey Hotto incident, as I like to call it.
Oh, yeah.
There has to be very specific, and I mean very specific criteria for that to happen.
Yeah, first you gotta make a deal with the devil.
Right.
Sell your soul for armor skills, which doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
Ooh, that grenade bouncing back down.
Cholt just hurt himself with that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Still up. Seeing a bit of a smoke push from the south from Drake.
Yeah, thanks, Kane. I appreciate it.
Sugma is coming up from the north now.
You mean Drake?
No, I mean
No,
Seismo.
Seismo. His name's not... He's not gonna sug my balls,
Yeah,
you
he's Sugma.
freaking Cooper.
It's close enough to Sugma.
It's no.
Sismo, Sugma, whatever. Potato, potato.
Oh my god. Sir. Yeah, bonk his butt. Yeah, so now you've got Drake being engaged from the rear as Green 4 pushes up. He just took another leg shot.
Ooh,
another leg shot.
And headshot in 3.
Yeah, he's
2,
looking for him.
1. Saw one bounce off his gun.
I saw another chest shot there. He's screwed. He's going to try to get behind that concealment, but there's the machine gun, and he is taken out. The 249, actually that's a mini-me technically of Michael there. Or is that might be, that's either a para 249 or a mini-me.
Technically, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they are the same, but, you know, models.
Ooh, and a bit of
Yeah.
friendly fire? I don't know who was shooting at that green 4 guy
Mini-Me.
other than
the mini-me para.
green
That's
4.
it.
And I was hoping we'd have a collision.
Nah, green 4 have taken the 134, and now they're using it against op 4 here. Cholt under fire as... No, Guy Fieri took Cholt out. He then runs away as he's transitioning on triple time there. He gets hit a few times. Oh, again, picks the worst time to not turn around and check.
Away with transitioning, able to survive.
Oh, God, that 134. That's going to definitely spook him. We're down to 3 op 4 and at least a dozen green 4. More than likely a dozen.
Oh, easily.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh, and here
17, 18, 19.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
over 20.
Oh,
Guy Fieri gets him from the tower. No, that was Stark as Guy Fieri was being aggressive. All right, but expected.
She was trying to push up, and Lolo trying to snipe. Lolo, haven't seen any use of that T5000, especially in terrain like this. That is criminal.
I think that's a misplay. Honestly, he should have been where Charlie and Delta were coming from on the east and set up on one of those mountains.
On a hilltop, yeah.
Yeah, on a hilltop and just started plinking at them while the assault started.
There's
to draw
like
attention.
400 meters away. That's perfect sniping distance.
So I think Op4 just really who was
really
command?
messed up.
Mountain screwed up his plan here, unfortunately. The southern attack should have been closer together on the 2 pincers so they could have coordinated. Northern attack, although it was a great ambush up by then, green 4 was reinforcing. If he really wanted to attack both AOs at the same time, he should have attacked them at the same time. Instead, he should have just attacked one AO and then the other.
Revenge got clapped, and now Lolo is running away. And I would expect them to call this pretty soon.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's the sniper. He's not going to go in there on his own.
Yeah, he's going to stay way back.
They're going to...
He's checking the map now.
Honestly, they need to call it like a 5-minute thing, because no one wants to sit around for 17 minutes for one
he's
guy.
Putting out... He put down his rifle and his rangefinder.
Is he going to try to John Wick this? In my opinion, he shouldn't put the sniper down. He should use that on his push in.
That's his armor. He puts his... Oh. I see what he's doing.
He's surrendering. Is he going to try to surrender and then pull his handgun out and then, get shot Justin Bieber style? Like,
he's doing it Mexican style. He's got the Mexican carry. He's just got it tucked in his waistband, pointing at his junk. When they go to frisk him.
Stark is literally watching this man come up.
They're watching it. He must have radio comms.
Oh my god.
It's like 2 friends embracing after a long time.
They cable tied him?
He's cable tied. Okay, well, that can be how 2 friends greet each other after a long time, you know?
Here we go. They've won. And then they...
Because he's a civilian, he is invincible.
Amazing.
Great show of defense from both.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't lose any of their VIPs and didn't compromise any of the sites, even though it got kind of dicey for the northern one.